Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I'm sharing a full day of my favorite spring recipes. Starting with the breakfast, oven-baked spring frittata. We are starting breakfast by sautéing 150 grams of baby spinach in a teaspoon of olive oil. You only want to cook it until it softens. Transfer the spinach to a lightly glazed baking dish and add the freshness of half a bunch of chopped green onion. For a nice salty kick, I'm crumbling 40 grams of white cheese and adding 70 grams of sliced black olives. In a separate bowl, whisk together 5 eggs with 50 milliliters of milk for fluffiness and season with red and black pepper. Pour the egg mixture over your veggies and finish with 30 grams of grated Parmesan for a beautiful crust. We will bake it at 200 degrees for about 40 to 50 minutes until it's perfect set and golden. For lunch, I'm making an incredible roasted potato salad that is anything but ordinary. I'm starting with 500 grams of spring baby potatoes. I love using them because they have a natural creaminess that feels perfectly light for spring. I'm slicing the bigger ones and toss them with a light drizzle of olive oil, salt and pepper. Then I'm roasting them for 20 minutes at 200 degrees. After 20 minutes, I'm adding 3 sliced bulbs of spring onion to the tray. Spring onions are a staple of the season, and by roasting them alongside with the potato, they lose their sharp bite, caramelize, and turn beautiful sweet. I'm letting them roast together for another 20 minutes until the potatoes are tender and the onions are jammy and golden brown. While those roast, let's make our pistachio-orange vinaigrette. I'm whisking together 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1.5 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of fresh orange juice, and 1 teaspoon of orange zest. The orange brings a bright sunny acidity that wakes up the palate. I'm slowly whisking 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 1 tablespoon of avocado oil, creating a glossy, rich dressing. Finally, I'm stirring 1.5 tablespoons of capers and 1/3 cup of chopped toasted pistachios. The capers add a briny pop and the pistachio gives us that essential nutty crunch that contrasts with the soft potatoes. Now for the fresh elements. The base of our salad is 120 grams of arugula. Arugula is one of the first greens to pop up in spring, and its slightly bitterness is the perfect balance for the honey of our dressing. To this I'm adding 4 thinly shaved radishes for a crisp bite and 2 tablespoons of minced chives. Now we are combining those warm roasted baby potatoes and caramelized onions with our fresh greens. By adding the potatoes while they are still slightly warm, they hit the arugula and the herbs, causing them to wilt just a fraction. This dish is vibrant, texture, and honestly is the perfect sophisticated spring lunch. For dinner, we are keeping things fresh and elegant with a 1-pan chicken dish that is perfect for a light spring evening. I start by patting 3 chicken breasts completely dry with a kitchen paper. This is the secret to getting a perfect restaurant quality sear. I'm seasoning them generously on both sides with salt, black pepper and garlic powder, then giving them a light coating of all-purpose flour. The flour is key. It creates a beautiful crust and helps thicken our pan sauce later on. In a preheated pan, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 30 grams of butter. Once the butter is melted and bubbling, I'm adding the chicken breasts. We are cooking them 4 to 5 minutes per side until they are golden and crisp. Getting that nice color now, adding so much depth of flavor in the final dish. Once they are golden, I'm setting the chicken aside to rest for a moment. I'm adding a little more butter to the same pan. Add 2 minced garlic cloves and cook for just 30 seconds until fragrant. And 250 grams of cherry tomatoes sliced in half with 1/4 cup of chicken broth. Next, I'm pouring a 1/4 cup of dry white wine to deglaze the pan. As the wine reduces, it lifts all the flavors from the base of the pan. We will let this cook for about 5 minutes. As they soften, they release their juices, creating a natural sweet light sauce. To bring the classic herbal note, I'm stirring in 1 tablespoon of dry oregano. Now I'm returning the chicken to the pan. To finish, I adding 100 grams of spinach. I'm covering the pan with a lid for about 3 to 4 minutes until the spinach is wilting into the sauce. The spinach adds the beautiful pop of spring greens and absorbs all those garlicky wine-infused juices. This dish is light enough for spring but packed with flavor. This one-pan meal is exactly how I love to end the day.